So, biomechanics can be defined as a core principle integrate the mechanics such as the force, levers, and motion with biology to analyze the system like the muscles, bone, and joint. So, the researcher used the tools like the motions, captures, and force plates to quantify the ground reaction forces and movement efficiency. So, the key application of biomechanics is for the sports, performance enhancement, and injury prevention through the gait analysis. The medical field, including the orthopedics and the cardiovascular studies, in the computational modeling for predicting the tissue's behavior under the stress. So, in the historical context, the field traces back to the ancient thinkers like the Aristotle, with modern foundations from Gaionial hypnosis Borel in the Renaissance evolving into the multidisciplinary science today. So, what is the core principle of the biomechanics? Basically, biomechanics applies the physics principles like the force, motions, and momentums to biological system, explaining how the bodies move during everyday activities. It analyzes interactions between the muscles, points, joints, and external force to optimize the performance and preventions. So, in the everyday applications, walking involves coordinate gait patterns where the biomechanics ensures balance and efficiency, reducing the strain on the joint. Trying shoes or carrying the groceries applies these principles through the finger dexterity and posture alignments. In workplace, ergonomics design minimize repetitive strains by studying the force distributions. So, in the broader impacts, sports training use the biomechanics for techniques reinforcement like swing analysis in golf. And rehabilitation centers tailor the exercise to restore the natural movements, adding recovery from injuries. So the key principle is that the biomechanics has core ideas that explain how the body move and stay safe here described below. For example, the force is basically is push or pull that cause the movement or change in the motion. The muscles create the force to move the bones. The gravity pulls the body to downward. In the same way, the motion is the movement of the body or the body parts. There are three types of the motions: the linear motions, where the moving in a straight line, the angular motion, where the rotating around the joints, and the general motion, which combinations of the both will be observed. So the body uses layers that rotate around the body joints with the help of the muscles. So the parts of the livers are the fulcrum, which is the joint, the effort, which is the muscle's force, and the load, which is the body part or object being moved. What is the balance and stability? Basically, balance is the ability to maintain the control of the body position. So there is some key factors like center of the mass where the body mass is concentrated and the base of the support are up under the body. Momentum is basically the amount of motion an object has. So more speed having the more momentum and the more mass having the more momentum. So impulse is the force applied over a period of time, and bending knees when landing increase the time and reduce the impact of the force. So now we're describing the muscles actions. Basically the muscles work by contracting, not the pushing. There are the types of the muscles actions like the concentrics where the muscles will become shortened and eccentric where the muscles length while controlling the movement. In the same way, it may be the isometric where the muscles stay the same length. So, injury preventions and the safety. For example, biomechanics help keep the body safe by improving the techniques, reducing the unnecessary forces, and promoting the proper posture and the alignment. So there is some range of the motion. So the range of the motion, which is the ROM, is how far a joint can move in different direction. It depends on joint types like the muscles flexibility and the alignments. For example, shoulder has a large range of motion and knee has a limited range of motion. So there is picture describing the flexion, hyperextensions, adductions, and outward rotations and the inward rotations of the muscles. Power is basically the ability to apply the force quickly. The power is equal to force into speed. It used in the sprinting, jumping, and the throwing. So the posture and alignment is basically posture is how the body is positioned while standing or moving. Good alignment keep the joints stacked correctly, and the poor posture increase the stress on the muscles and the joints. Thank you so much.